Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward the most positive way possible. This reading is for the second half of Gemini season, which is June 6th through the 20th. Immediately following that big, huge eclipse energy in Sagittarius that we just had up there in what would have been your 4th house. Yes, in your 4th house of home and nurturing and mom. And so let's just see what we get here. So a lunar eclipse is about releasing on the inner plane a long-held belief, because it's a long-held belief because it's up in Sagittarius. So long-held belief of something that has been that's held you back from progressing forward in this arena. So for instance, in the mother house, it could be letting go of something that has to do with your mother, like a relationship issue or whatever. Like you always thought your mom was a certain way. And okay, so I'll give you for instance. I've been messing around with astrology. I've been studying astrology for about 20 years, but I'm getting a little more serious about it. And so I was trying to work out my mom's chart. She's already passed, but so I always thought my mom didn't have a lot of wasn't very emotional. Turns out her moon is in Pisces. I mean, we're talking emotional. And so that was me having to let go of this long-held belief, like that she didn't have any emotions, and I realized that she was repressing them. So it could be something like that moves your life forward in a very interesting way, in something that you've always thought was a fact, or, you know, just this is how it is. And then you're like, oh, wait, that is not how it is. So what do you need to release to let go of? Some kind of, maybe the belief is that I have to be perfect at home. I'm not allowed to, oh God, Virgo. That's probably has a lot to do with a lot of Virgos. The need to not make any mistakes around the home, because you set yourself up in your mind that you have to be perfect to create the perfect home. And in reality, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself and everyone around you, right? Oh gosh, all right. So here's what's interesting: is your overall energy is the mystery. It's the pumpkin dragon. Isn't that super freaking cute? I have this new deck. It's called the Garden Dragon. Perfect for kids. It really is safe to use. So here we go. This is thoughts, feelings, actions, past, present, future. Your overall energy is this mystery. Let's see what the mystery is about. Oh, look in the heart space. The key is the rewards. The key is honoring yourself when you do, like, oh my gosh, it's like I used to struggle with trying to get everything done, and I never felt like I was accomplishing anything because my to-do list was so long. And so I created a to-done list. And so now my calendar is not, okay, I make little sticky notes about what I'm going to do today. But what goes into my planner is what I did today. And then I put little stickers like, oh, I walked for so many minutes, or, oh, I made this appointment, or there's a very few appointments in there. They can go in there and stay in there. Almost everything else that goes in there is my to-done list. Like, and I celebrate whatever I did. Like, oh, look how much I accomplished. So in your heart space, where can you reward yourself for the things that you are accomplishing, that you are, oh my gosh, like if it's about the house and the nurturing, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so good at, like, I put together this flower bed this week and it looks so great, and feel the joy. I feel like it's the reward is feeling the joy for the accomplishment. So if you do the dishes and everything stacks up nice and neat on the counter, like while they're drying, and you're like, yes, I made all that stuff fit, that's a moment of joy where you can reward yourself. And so I feel like it's really important that you seek out the happiness in the heart space, because this orange here really makes me feel like the solar plexus. And so that's about the joy. It's about the honoring your inner child and having fun and feeling self-confident and creative. And we have this orange pumpkin, again, this creative energy. So it's kind of like the mystery, I think, is where can you find the joy in your life and notice it and really pay attention. So in the recent past, up in the area of information, it's guarded. So again, we have, what is going on? We have the mystery and the information is guarded. What do you want to know that you don't know yet? Oh, this is going to be fun. All right. So, okay. Maybe it's what you don't want someone else to know, because in the area of transformation, we have stealth. Like you're keeping something to yourself. Maybe you won an award, or you could be like my friend who was on, she was on the Wheel of Fortune, and then she couldn't tell anybody what, how it went. How did the game show go? We had all watched it on TV together, what the reward was. She had to be stealthy about it. So keeping something to yourself helps to bring about a reward in your heart space. This is really interesting. Okay, so counting your blessings. This is that to-done list that you do for yourself. This is the honeydew dragon. Isn't that freaking cute? Okay, so this is definitely about you thinking actively about what it is that you are doing, where you are accomplishing, how are you making the progress in the direction you're going. Maybe you have something that you're working on, but you don't want anyone else to know. But in your heart, you're making progress, and so make sure that you're keeping track of what you're doing here. In the recent past, we have the celery dragon renewal. Okay, so so this isn't what you were anxious about. So there's a situation of some sort where you feel like, Okay, so maybe you suffered a job loss, for instance, and you were wondering if you were going to get hired back because maybe you got laid off because of this COVID thing, right? And so in your heart space, you're holding on to the I'm going to be fine, I'm going to be rewarded here. Maybe you already know that you're coming back, but maybe some of your friends didn't get hired back, and so you're having to keep that information to yourself. Renewal is how do you, because it's celery, and celery is one of those things that, like, when you're doing a juice cleanse, if you do it with, I don't recommend juice cleanses, by the way. But if you're someone that does it and it works for you, that's fine. I do know that people like to use celery because celery has some properties that help to clear the system of certain things. And so, but you can also have that with your regular food without just cleansing. Oh, my nose is itching. Spirit agrees. Okay, so zucchini dragon, diversity. Diversity. Diversity is about being open to new ideas, being open to embracing new situations. Because maybe you don't know that you're in for, a promotion or something. Oh, this looks really interesting. So, in the recent past, oh gosh, Virgo, the obstacle has been organization. I don't know very many Virgos that struggle with being personally organized, but sometimes that's what you're here to learn. And so in that case, the answer is that could be something that you struggle with, is to feel organized. I don't want to say that you're not organized, because I feel like that's your superpower, but that could be the Virgo risings that really exhibit that. And maybe the Virgos struggle with wanting to be organized and feeling like they're never ever good enough. And so again, being, the to-done list, and maybe that it's not that. It could be also that in order to get whatever this was renewed or moved forward, that there was a certain level of organization that you couldn't access. For instance, corporate organization, like you couldn't break through the glass ceiling, or wow, I'm getting quite a hit on that for some people. So that organize being an obstacle is that maybe, well, you had to have a degree in order to get the promotion, and maybe you've gotten it. Nice. All right, let's see here. Okay, again with the versatility. So we have diversity in the heart space, and we have versatility in the action. I really feel like whatever is going on here, first off, keeping it to yourself, stealth being part of the transformation. Either you don't see it coming, or you need to keep it to yourself. But whatever this is, I want to really encourage you to be open to it not looking exactly like you thought it was going to. Being open to the change, being open. You are a mutable sign, so this is fairly easy for you compared to, like, say, Taurus, that can't manage shift and changes very easy. So being open to things not looking like what you thought they were going to look like, and accepting that you are in flow with spirit. You have the cherry dragon. Look how very adorable and cute that is. It's called grace. And see the butterfly of transformation there? This is being in flow with spirit and allowing things to flow forward and to take you where it is you're supposed to go. But whatever it is, it's a mystery. You don't know. I think that, okay, so say you lost your job and you had to figure out and organize, how am I going to get one? How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to do these things? You know, these things would be very stressful, and for anybody, right? And so you've been doing the work, and you've been, you know, sending out the resumes and having the conversations and the phone interviews and whatever, right? And maybe they know they're going to hire you, but they just haven't told you yet. So, you know, but maybe you applied to be, you know, in one position, and they're like, well, that position we filled, but would you be interested in this other position, right? And so being open to that, and I would say that that would mean you were being divinely guided on a path, right? Why does this feel so work when we're at the home here? It's really crazy. Oh, well, it could be affecting the finances around the home. Something really, it's interesting. So maybe this is, you always thought you had to be the primary breadwinner in the family, and now maybe you need to be a little more versatile with, okay, well, I need to step back, and maybe I need to take care of the house a little more, work behind the scenes, help out with this. Maybe you're working under the table. Something's shifting and changing, though, and it has something to do with the home life, but it really feels like finances here. So it says, find comfort and balance in the simple ways. You have all the support around you. So maybe there's been a lifestyle change, and you've had to downgrade some things, release some things. So maybe you don't have the big cable package anymore. You had to you had to cut the cable, right? You've had to make some changes, but maybe that's allowed you to spend more time, working in the garden, and you find the joy in that, being grounded, especially Virgo, being an earth sign, getting out in nature, going for the walks, allowing yourself to be grounded would be very beneficial for you anyways. Okay, this is funny, because this is what I just saw. I just saw somebody give somebody a plant, and they're like, what is it? I don't know. And so when you grow it, then you find out it's a pumpkin. So, hey, and you know what pumpkins are really good for? They make carriages to take Cinderella to the ball. And then her whole life is transformed. I'm just saying, life is a mystery, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I think it's like being willing to be in flow with spirit right now, and being willing to go through the unknown without knowing exactly where it is you're going or how you're going to get there, but enjoying and finding the rewards in being present in the moment, and enjoying where you are right now in the now moment, and seeing where the happiness is, and being willing to change, and know that whatever spirit's doing behind the scenes that you can't see, it is working for you, not against you. Life is happening for you, not to you. And all these changes are happening, but you need to be willing to be open to the change and be in flow with spirit. And then you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people and the right opportunities. Look how everything just freaking fell into place for me. Please don't ask me to say that again. That was a big, big download. Right. Okay, so we have supportive here. It says be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. But that coming on top of this, you have all the support around you. When I read this, what I saw was supportive. I didn't see the be at first. And so I really feel like spirit is there supporting you. Be open and willing to allowing the synchronicities to come in. Life is a mystery right now for a reason, because whatever's around the corner, it's like this blind corner, but trust and go ahead and allow yourself to flow around it and see. It's kind of like you're floating down the stream, and there's this big bend and you can't see what's around it, but then when you get around the side, There's the tiki bar in the water. You can just float on up and get your favorite drink before you move on. You know, something like that. Some kind of a surprise around the corner that I think you're really going to enjoy. So, okay. Also, I want to say, use your networking. Use your networking connections for whatever this is that you're trying to organize and figure out. Do you need help? Maybe something in your house is broken and you need some help fixing it, or, you know, and you're not sure how it's going to happen. Like, oh my gosh, we're going to fix this, but I don't know where the money's going to come from. And then your friends show up and they're like, oh, you don't need to pay somebody. I can do that for you. So we have friendship here. It says, now is the time to work. Seek out those who will support you and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Support. Support is all around you. It's in the 3 cards of support right there. So much support. I just really want you to believe that, but here's what I really love. We have 2 cards about magic. So we were talking about how the pumpkin magically becomes a carriage and everything works out. We've got it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It is time to step boldly forward without looking back again. Wherever it is that you are being guided, whether you want it to be or not, is amazing. You have believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that is all around. And see the magic that's all around. And the magic is, there's a lot of support. I feel like you're going to be fine. I feel like you're like, I don't know how that's going to happen. And it's going to happen because you trust spirit. So get in the flow with the grace. Know that life is happening for you, not to you. It looks like a really magical ride. Maybe in a pumpkin carriage. All right. I will see you back here next week and we'll cover the next 2 weeks. But in the meantime, I don't know, be right where you are and enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Look for the fun in the now moments. All right. We'll talk soon. You take care.